Hey guys, before we get started, I wanted to tell you about Amino. If you don't know, Amino is pretty much a fun social app where you can find topics for anything you can think of. So whether you're joining just to find new people who are into the same fandom as you, or you're joining because you want to just post your art somewhere and get feedback, Amino is pretty much exactly what you're looking for. It can do a lot of things. And of course, for those of you who are obsessed with art like I am, there are a ton of communities revolved around nothing but art and animation and all the different techniques you can think of, and Amino's just for that. I especially have been enjoying the Arts and OCs Amino. As you guys know, I love drawing OCs, so this is great for me and is a huge inspiration when I go on there and see all the new art. You can easily scroll through all the new content in the community and also leave a comment letting an artist know what you think. And don't worry, it's a super comfortable and kind place. Even if you just started drawing, this is a great place to start posting your art and improving it. If you aren't already sold, you can also join live chats, which is pretty much a chat room that anyone can make from the community. You can even make your own chat rooms if you want to talk with friends or even talk with new strangers. You just scroll through the chats and then pick one that piques your interest. I do hope you guys will consider downloading Amino. The link is down in the description and also in the comments. I can't wait to see you there. Hey guys, I'm going to be drawing more of your OCs. Happy 4th of July, by the way. That is if you're celebrating it. And the first OC here is by Fusion Drago020 on DeviantArt. And this is a commission, and this is their character, 𝐃𝐫. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it because it was just 𝐾𝐼BA. I think 𝐃𝐫 was the name of a character in Naruto, but I'm kind of confused if it was now that I'm thinking about it. I watched Naruto such a long time ago that I'm not sure. So that's where I'm thinking of the pronunciation from. I could be entirely wrong, but hopefully I'm okay with that. Anyway, they sent me this OC, and the picture on the right there is the female version of what I was supposed to draw. So it was pretty difficult to figure out how that was supposed to go down, though they also sent me a template of collars that was supposed to be the male version. And in the male version, the collars were all darker and they weren't as bright, and well, as you can see on the female version, it's a lot brighter than the male version I'm drawing right now. And that's pretty much what they wanted me to do, was kind of make it male and then make the collars a bit darker. So that's what I was attempting to do, and it was really difficult. I have never tried doing something like this before, especially something that isn't, well, very human looking. This character looks sort of humanoid, but also has no eyes and looks a little furry, and it was very difficult. They also wanted the hair, instead of being curly, they wanted it to be more straight on the male, and it was very difficult. Apparently this character can transform into a female. Not that they're a gender bent version. I'm guessing they can actually transform. Maybe it's like a power they have or something. I don't know, but it was a lot of fun trying to do this, even though it was very difficult for me because I'm not used to drawing this sort of thing at all. It's not something I'm normally used to drawing, though it was a lot of fun either way. The biggest issue for me was trying to figure out the colors because that was very difficult. When I was trying to make the colors really dark, they started blending together and then you couldn't see any of the character. You know how the more dark colors you use, the characters had to start disappearing into the background and you can't really tell what's going on. So I did try and do a little bit more brighter highlights to try and make the character stand out and be able to tell what pose they're in and what's going on, because it started meshing together a little too much. And I didn't want it to look like a big blob of like a shadow. And that's kind of what it was starting to look like. So I kind of had to change that a bit. But it was really confusing for me. I'm sorry if it looks odd. I tried my absolute best. And thank you so much for commissioning me. I really appreciate all the support. Next up here is the raffle winner. If you want to join the raffle, I have to download the Flying Pings app. The link is down in the description. And then you just have to go enter your email and keep entering the raffle as much as you want to kind of help better your chances. And their name is 𝐚𝐫𝐞𝐞 Arts on Instagram. And let me see, this isn't really a bio. It's more the description of the character they gave me, but I figured I would read it just so you guys can see what I was working with. The name is Akuma, species demon, age ? Top is dark gray, bottom is black. They're talking about the clothing. Star is white and black on the inside. Skin is light gray and black fading up her legs and thighs, her torso, and her claws. She has a small stitched skull accessory in her hair. That's pretty much all the information I got about this character besides the drawing on the right there to help me with colors. So I was a little confused about a couple things. The biggest thing I was confused about was if her horns were also a light gray like her skin. So I kind of made them a light gray, and also her necklace, I wasn't sure what the colors were supposed to be. So I kind of just like went with the whole light gray you know, grayscale sort of idea going on with the character where everything's a gray or a black or stuff like that. So that's kind of like what I went with, and just made him like different shades of the same thing. Everything looks very similar. So it does look like I'm doing a black and white drawing, even though I'm not. So at the end, I do add quite a bit of different color ideas. I came up with like doing like lighting effects and stuff like that to try and make it look a little less like it's just a black and white drawing. Though that is what it looked like. Also, I wasn't sure about eye color because in the original drawing, her eyes were like little tiny little dots, which I was going to go with, but I decided to make her eyes look kind of like lizard eyes or cat eyes, where they have like just like a slit down the middle instead of like a normal pupil. And I thought that would look interesting, so that's what I went with because I thought it also fit my style. But that made it so that she should have an eye color, and I wasn't sure what it should be, and I didn't have time to email back because when it's not a commission, I can't email and ask a lot of questions because I'm on like a time where I have to like get it done at a certain amount of time and stuff like that. So I can't wait on replies. So that's the sad thing. So I kind of had to go with it. So whenever you win a raffle, make sure you send as much information as you want, because it helps me a ton with knowing what you want, especially if you have a certain thing you want. Just make sure you let me know. I should probably specify that you're allowed to send in your bios as well. Next here is Mamborine on Amino, and if you guys know, I now have an Amino where we share art and we can talk and stuff like that, and I absolutely adore it. My Amino, I use it so much. I'm constantly scrolling through your guys' art. It's so inspiring for me. I love doing that. It makes me want to draw so much. Anyway, their character has a very long bio, so I should probably read some of it. I can't read all of it because it's pretty long, but I'll read a few. You can make on Amino, you can make like blog posts and stuff like that where you can tell about your OCs and have detailed posts about them. So I think it's really interesting. Her character's honestly adorable. It reminds me of Blossom from Powerpuff Girls. I don't know if anyone watched that as a kid. I'm pretty sure a lot of people did because I loved Powerpuff Girls, and I was also really shocked that the Gorillas, you know, the music band, now has Ace from the Powerpuff Girls in the band, and I was like, that's so weird because it's like my childhood. Anyway, it says here, she didn't realize she had this power until her father died. Where she lived, there's some kind of ritual that when one of your family member dies, the rest of your family needs to stay a night at the cemetery. Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. This is believed to be a way of protecting them from demons kidnapping them from their way to heaven. My goodness, it's just so dark. It reminds me of like those creepy animated movies. It is on that night that she heard weird noises of a person digging and loud panting in exhaustion. Okay, I can't read, I'm sorry. She decided to investigate and found that it is indeed a person in a black hoodie digging her father's grave. Okay, that is so weird. Why? It's creepy. Panicked, she picked up a shovel near her and attacked the person she misthought as a demon, only to find out that it was actually an angel. What? In the middle of his job of delivering her father to heaven. This is so strange. Yeah, turns out you gotta dig a grave first to do that. Seriously? You have to have a grave to do that? But I think after that it just says that another demon starts attacking her and she protects the angel or something, and I don't know exactly what all happens. I need to read it all, but if you guys want to check out her thing, I'll make sure to link to it on my DeviantArt. I always link to all of the people who have gotten drawn on my DeviantArt, so if you're curious about what their social media accounts are, there are links all on my DeviantArt if you want to follow me there. Next up is 𝐷𝐴𝐴 on DeviantArt and their OC, which honestly is the cutest thing I have ever seen. They actually had two OCs. They had one that was this and one that was something else that was like an actual character, but I picked this one because I needed a cute little thing to draw, and so that's why I picked this. This is Connie, Caleb's flying ice robot. It's so cute. He helps around the cafe. His mouth is a speaker, but does have a voice box. And you'll always find him next to Caleb when Caleb is on break or not working. And that's all it says about the character. But I thought this was actually so original. I have never seen a little flying ice cream robot. It is so cute. It is just absolutely adorable. Though I wasn't sure exactly how to do some of the things like the eyes and stuff like that, so I did end up just making them look like they kind of like were kitty eyes, I guess. I wasn't sure exactly, but I did think I messed up the ice cream cone. The ice cream cone I think was supposed to be a waffle cone. I made it like one of those I don't know what they're called. The other types of cones. It's like, is it a sugar cone? I don't know what it's called, but I did make it a little different. I hope you like it anyway. It's so cute. It's honestly adorable. I'm just obsessed with cute little unique designs like this that are just, I would have never thought of something like that. Never. Well, we're all done. If you guys want to enter an OC to be drawn, all you have to do is comment below with a link to your OC. All the information on how to get drawn for free is down in the description, as well as commissions if you want to commission me and guarantee yourself a drawing. There's also the raffle on my app, so you can join that as well. And there's also the Amino, and I'm on DeviantArt if you want to follow me on DeviantArt, because that's where I'll post all the OCs, and I'll also credit everybody. So thank you guys so much for watching.